But first tonight, did Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham play by her own rules? Tonight, News 13 has learned back in April when she ordered non-essential stores to shut down and lectured all New Mexicans to stay home, a non-essential business opened so she could buy jewelry and have it basically hand-delivered to her. What does the governor have to say? Here's tonight's News 13's special assignment.
I get it. Staying at home is hard. It is incredibly hard.
April 3rd.
I need you to do better.
The governor once again hammered home that New Mexicans needed to stay home and only go out for essential items such as food.
Our formal orders extending our instructions to stay home and the closure of business and the identification of essential businesses will be extended through April 30th.
All non-essential stores were closed.
We are in really tough financial times as a state. It mirrors the incredible personal sacrifices that happen every single day because people have limited their ability to work and in telecommuting, and many people, in fact, have lost their jobs.
But just days after that news conference, a week before Easter, News 13 has learned Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham called an employee at Lily Barack on Paseo to buy expensive jewelry. It was bought over the phone, but the employee went to the closed store, got the jewelry, and placed it outside the door of the store, where someone who knew the governor picked it up. This, according to the person who runs Lily Barack stores, who said she didn't know about it until after it happened, and said no one was allowed in the stores at that time. The governor refused an on-camera interview, but has a different version. In an email, the governor's spokesman said Lujan Grisham did call an employee at this store, saying that they had a long-standing personal relationship. The employee came here, got the jewelry, took it to their home and left it outside, and someone picked it up. The governor's office first told us it was a campaign staffer, then later said that it was the governor's friend, but would not give us a name. The governor says this transaction was completely contactless, remote, and permissible. He then directed us to the governor's own order at the time, stating none of the state's public health orders have restricted the conduct of business operations in which an employee only interacts with clients or customers remotely. But that same order also states it requires the closure of physical retail spaces and doesn't mention anything about home delivery. So in a time of non-essential closures where curbside was not allowed, we asked if home delivery was okay. The governor's spokesman said it was not a home delivery, and businesses were encouraged to find creative ways to conduct business safely. He also added the store was not opened for the governor. Quote, turning the key inside a door to open a store wouldn't violate the order, saying non-essential businesses all across the state let employees in to do inventory or clean.
I'm a little put off by that because it's my understanding, unless I totally misunderstood everything, but it's my understanding that we were to be closed.
But other businesses like Mark Diamond's Jewelers did not interpret the orders the way the governor's office did.
No, absolutely not. We were adhering to the stay at home. We weren't even coming into the building.
A manager at Gertrude Zachary says no one was allowed in the store and they wouldn't even risk it because of a fear of fines. They thought online sales through shipping was their only option. But they got zero customers, losing hundreds of thousands in business.
We gain more by having people show us what they're made of, by adhering to these policies to the highest degree that they can.
We asked about the two people who left their homes to get jewelry to the governor. Her office says this was an unusual transaction. And while of course the governor has been telling people to stay home to the greatest extent possible, it's also true she's been urging New Mexicans to find ways to support local businesses. So could you have called up a store and gotten this kind of service? The governor says it depends on who you know. The governor's office saying that if New Mexicans had a personal relationship with the business and the business was trying to stay afloat while staying safe, then certainly this transaction could have occurred.
We try very hard to lead by example.
Now, we talked to the manager of Ooh Ah Jewelry in Nob Hill. She said they did online sales with one person in the shop who only shipped orders out. All of the store managers told us if they knew they could have done special home deliveries, they would have. Curbside delivery wasn't allowed until May 1st.